What if the Earth isn't a spinning ball, but a flat, motionless plane? What if every globe in every classroom, every space photo, every image of a blue marble hanging in the void was part of a 500-year lie? That's the story Eric Dubay sells. Eric Dubay is an American living in Thailand, a yoga and Wing Chun teacher who has become one of the most vocal modern flat Earth advocates. He runs Flat Earth websites, recorded a video book, and wrote titles like The Flat Earth Conspiracy and 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball. In that book, he claims that Earth is not a tilting, wobbling, spinning oblate spheroid. The ground beneath our feet is a level, motionless plane. The sun, moon, and stars revolve above us. Space agencies, scientists, and governments are all part of a multi-generational hoax to hide this truth from humanity. He offers 200 proofs, arguments about how water always finds its level, how the horizon looks flat, how we don't feel Earth's rotation, how airplane routes look strange on a globe, and how NASA imagery is supposedly fake. His supporters share these as if they were courtroom evidence. But here's the critical part. None of this overturns the basic physics and measurements that show Earth is round. For centuries, navigators, astronomers, and geodesists have measured Earth's size and shape. Today, we know Earth is an oblate spheroid, slightly squashed at the poles and bulging at the equator. Its equatorial diameter is about 43 kilometers larger than its polar diameter, a tiny difference, but one we can measure with satellites and gravity data. We have satellite photos and live video from multiple independent space agencies showing the curvature of Earth from orbit. Circumnavigation. By ships and aircraft in all directions, with routes that only make full sense on a globe. Gravity measurements that vary with latitude exactly as expected for a rotating oblate spheroid. Lunar eclipses, where Earth's round shadow falls on the moon. Great circle routes, where the shortest distance between two far points on Earth is an arc, a fact commercial aviation relies on every day. Flat Earth arguments usually ignore these lines of evidence or explain them away with ad hoc claims about perspective, CGI, or universal corruption. That's why educators and science communicators have gone through Dubay's 200 proofs, one by one. Websites like FlatEarth.ws show that many of his points rely on misunderstandings of basic physics, like how projectiles move in a rotating frame, how the atmosphere moves with Earth, or the difference between the magnetic and geographic poles, or on repeating long-debunked 19th-century flat Earth arguments. Even reviewers who watched his full video and read the material describe it as regurgitated, already debunked claims wrapped in confident rhetoric, not actual evidence overturning centuries of measurement. So why talk about Eric Dubay at all? Because his book is a perfect example of how modern conspiracy narratives work. They mix genuine historical facts with speculation and accusation. They offer secret knowledge that makes followers feel awake and special. They frame expert consensus as part of the plot instead of a result of evidence. They use the language of proof without the methods of real science. Understanding that structure is just as important as knowing the physics. If you want to see how Dubay presents his arguments directly, not to believe them, but to study how they're built, his book 200 Proofs, Earth is Not a Spinning Ball is available on Amazon. The book is on Amazon. You'll find the link in the description and in the first pinned comment. That link is an Amazon affiliate link used for reference and documentation. If you decide to get the book through it, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support this channel and future deep dives. This video is not an endorsement of flat Earth claims. The overwhelming scientific consensus, backed by multiple independent lines of evidence, is that Earth is a rotating oblate spheroid. Tell me in the comments, do you think books like this are dangerous misinformation, interesting case studies in belief, or just modern mythology? Subscribe to Black Butterfly Key for more critical dives into fringe ideas, strange books, and the thin line between curiosity and conspiracy. Thanks for watching.